Hello, everybody, and welcome to F1 Down Under. I'm Hayley,
And I'm Matt.
and welcome to the Italian Grand Prix race predictions. Well, this circuit is 80% full throttle
Yep.
braking zones. It's going to be exciting to say the least.
Yep. Certainly been some incidents here in the past. Max and Lewis springs to mind.
Yes, and with the 80% full throttle, I think it's going to be full power all the way.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out.
Yes. So, speaking of that, who's your poll prediction?
So pole, I'm actually kind of going to go with my heart on this one. I'm going to say Carlos Sainz. I think the Ferrari was improved. I think they always seem to run well at Monza. They'll have all the tifosi there, all the fans. So I'm going to say Carlos.
I'm going to go with Lando on this one, but just because of the sure pace of that McLaren last weekend was just
Yeah,
absolutely lethal.
yeah,
And they are just a well-rounded all car and even just sure pace, I think.
yeah. Seems sensible.
So, what about your podium predictions? What about number 3?
3. I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to say Lewis.
I'm going to say a Ferrari. I'm going to say Carlos Sainz out because the Ferraris look good
Yeah.
and promising, and with they're not bringing upgrades, but they looked like they had pace. So, what about number 2?
I'm going to go with Carlos for that one. I think the Ferrari will be there. Hopefully, Carlos.
I
See how my curse goes.
I'm going to say for my number 2, Oscar Piastri. I think the McLarens are just too dominant at the moment to, especially when it's 80%
Yeah.
throttle. They're just too dominant. What about your number 1?
Well, I'm toying. I think I think Red Bull will either do really well or really badly. I don't. So I was toying with Max, but I can't bring myself to say it. So I'm going to go Lando.
I'm going to go Lando too. I think from her 22nd lead last weekend and this one's 80%
Yeah,
throttle, it's in my mind, how are you going to,
yeah. I mean, I did.
unless there's any incidences that put him out the
Well,
race.
I think
I
that's
mean,
it.
there is a chance of first corner, but
I,
it's
yeah,
very hard to, when you have that lead and then,
yeah. There is that big long run into the first chicane, and the chicane's tight. I don't. I mean, I think there's lots of people that could still get in and amongst it, but
yes,
we have to pick someone, so that's what I'm picking.
Pierre Gasly is 1 from 10th, so
Yeah.
it is very possible.
And I think that's going to be the interesting thing outside of who wins. I think that midfield now is really mixed up. I think the Alpine has come back. I think Haas seemed to do better at a quicker circuit. I think so. It might suit the Haas.
And it's got sharp brakes, Mercedes like that as well. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting race. So what is your weekend wish?
Um, I'm going to go for a really basic one. I just hope that either of the Williams don't crash. Like particularly now they've got Franco coming in as the new driver.
Yes, it'll be very interesting to see how he goes in his his debut race. Well, his first
Yeah, I
race,
mean
debut race.
it's a big change there. So for me, that would be if they can just get through the weekend without damage. Points would be a bonus, but let's just go. Neither of them crash would be a good one for me, and I think it would be really interesting to see how that goes for the rest of the season.
Mine's making it a bit more interesting. I think I want to see how close that midfield is actually going to be, because it's getting so close. Maybe getting the RB in there, seeing how mixed up that midfield's going to be,
Yeah,
because it's so close.
Yeah, there's still lots to play for, isn't there? I mean, the
Points
whole
are so valuable, even if you get 10th, it's
yeah
so close. That's my weekend wish, but I mean, anything can happen.
yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yes, so that's our predictions. We'll have to see whether they come true or they don't, or whether we've cursed the drivers by making them.
Usually the case.
We don't know. So we'll just have to wait and see. So see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.